Asia and Oceania. And in alphabetical order, we will meet, first of all, the Cook Islands. Now, Cook Islands, you have 2 minutes to answer. If I say time, that means you only have 15 seconds to complete. Okay? Here is your question. Asia and Oceania include some of the world's oldest traditions and some of its fastest changing societies. How can a new generation embrace progress without losing what makes its culture unique?
Thank you for the question. Each flower is woven by strength, beauty, and meaning. This is what is embedded into our culture in every one of us here today. I am a proud example of a proud Cook Islander, not only representing my beloved Cook Islands, but also being the first woman, the only woman to be representing my whole Pacifica nation as well. And I couldn't be more proud. We are the future of tomorrow. It is important of us to understand the values being brought down from generation to generation. Our culture is our identity. It is up to us to maintain this and to keep our traditions and our heritage alive. My Beauty with a Purpose project focuses on culture, challenges the question of depopulation. Coming through culture, we can help each other understand, not only coming from a Pacific woman, but coming from all over the countries, all over the world, understanding who you are as a proud representative of your country. And I am extremely proud to be here today because the values that have been brought down from generation to generation, including my own father, who has long passed away. I am here because of my ancestors. My culture lives within me. I am proud. I am a proud Pacifica woman. And today, I pass my flower crown to the next generation. Kia orana, e kia manuia, and come on.
Thank you very much, Cook Islands. Thank you. If you'd like to take a seat, thank you. We now call upon Korea. And Korea, we have 2 minutes to answer the question. From when we say time, that means 15 seconds to wrap up. And your question? Asia and Oceania include some of the world's oldest traditions and some of its fastest changing societies. How can a new generation embrace progress without losing what makes its culture unique?
Okay, so I want to start off by saying there's actually a little detail in the question I do not fully agree with. I do not believe we have to choose between progress and maintain what makes our cultures unique. It's actually a little bit funny because Korea's tradition or culture, you could say that we had to begin from zero all over again multiple times. Because for the last decades, Korea has been in countless wars. We have been invaded multiple times. And we also had a lot of civil wars and internal conflict. So you could say that our traditions and culture was destroyed every single time when we had these hardships. But I believe that maybe getting up from these hardships makes up this unique sense in our culture. I believe the resilience of the people that fought for independence, we call them 독립운동가 in Korean, getting up countless times after falling and risking their lives, and the strength to never give up on our own morals, and the passion to provide better circumstances for the generations to come, that was what formed our unique culture and a stable ground. I think the following generations are adding on to this foundation. So no, I do not believe changes in technology or even society means that we're losing parts of our culture. I think it's much rather so that our culture and the aspects that makes it unique forms the stable foundation upon which progress can be made. Since our progress is built upon this unique culture formed over thousands of years, the advances we're making today is adding on to this culture. Just because we're advancing and moving forward doesn't mean we forgot where we came from. Because there were the countless sacrifices, resilience of the people that came before us, there can be progress today. It's all intertwined. Advancing means getting up after falling. It means recovering from past pain, and it means learning from mistakes and sacrifices.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Korea. I'm very sorry, we have to be really strict on the timing for this round. Our next contestant is from the Maldives. So it's good you have your family here. And of course, you have 2 minutes to answer the question. With 15 seconds, you'll be given a notice of time. If you don't answer within that 15 seconds, we have to stop you. Okay? There we are. Asia and Oceania includes some of the world's oldest traditions and some of its fastest changing societies. How can a new generation embrace progress without losing what makes its culture unique?
Well, learning to embrace progress in terms of how to make your culture better while keeping its unique quality is what I believe is true progress. Well, because progress initially does not mean changing any part of who you are or your traditions. It's knowing how to make those unique qualities better for your culture and your people, and within your roots is called real progress. Otherwise, it's just going backwards and it cannot be considered progress. And in a world where there is so much cruelty, just because what is normal to one culture is abnormal to another, I truly believe we need to be more compassionate and more empathetic of our individual differences in terms of the societies and celebrate that and be proud of who we are instead of casting aside the unique qualities of each tradition in terms of progress, because that is not what I consider real progress. And I truly believe that if the generations to come, which is us, if we celebrate the parts that make us unique now and be proud of that, the generations to come within after us would not feel the need to cast those aside. And it is our responsibility as the current generation to celebrate the unique areas and traditions and the roots that makes us unique, so that the generations to come can never feel comfortable leaving those parts of the culture aside. So it is our responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maldives. And we're going to bring forward our next contestant, the Philippines. There we are. At the same 2 minutes. If we get to the end of 2 minutes, we'll give you 15 seconds wrap-up time before we have to stop you. Here is your question. Asia and Oceania include some of the world's oldest traditions and some of its fastest changing societies. How can a new generation embrace progress without losing what makes its culture unique?
There's a quote that goes something like, "A people who do not know their history, origin, or culture is like a tree without roots." Our cultural heritage is one of the main frameworks that make us who we are. The traditions that we hold, the food that we eat, or the people that we're around. It's what makes home feel like home. And the best way to preserve our cultural heritage is to simply pass it down to the next generation. Growing up in the Philippines, I saw firsthand the Filipino culture of kapwa, which simply put means interconnectedness, like a string that binds us all together. Whether that was the simple things like sharing food off of the same plate, or the bayanihan spirit of neighbor helping neighbor after a typhoon struck. It was the simple things like this that shaped me into who I am, and in the future will shape who my children are. And though we have many avenues of promoting our culture, social media, pageantry, our spheres of influence, it will be the simple things that save us. Speaking our native language at the house, sharing stories of old to our children and our grandchildren, or cooking recipes from our grandparents. In a fast-paced, modernized digital world, things like kapwa or the Bayanihan spirit will not be lost. In fact, they will be the things that ground us fully, because that is what roots are for. And every generation learns from the last and the next. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Philippines. And finally, in this group, Vietnam. Vietnam, you have 2 minutes to answer. We will then give you a warning, and then you have 15 seconds to wrap up, after which time we would ask you to stop. Here is your question. Asia and Oceania includes some of the world's oldest traditions and some of its fastest changing societies. How can a new generation embrace progress without losing what makes its culture unique?
Standing here as the host nation, I am incredibly proud to say that I've seen the progress of not only Vietnam, but also of Asia and Oceania. But what makes me even more proud is that our people, we have never lost our roots, not for a single day. And the secret recipe that the youth has been embracing, I believe that is the heritage of love. We love our nations, we love our people, our diversity, but most importantly, we love you, our international friends. As continents, we have endured so much pain, challenges, and here in Vietnam, we experience the pain of wars. However, we always choose peace. We always choose to love, not to hate. And today, we are channeling that love back to you. Take the instant of MissWorld in Vietnam. You, as beautiful ladies, you come here and you promote our culture. You wear our traditional dress áo dài. You eat our food saying ngon quá. You have coffee soda, cà phê sữa đá, coffee soda, phở, bánh mì. And you also promote the tourism of the whole region. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe this is how us, Asia and Oceania, is developing, integrating, but not dissolving. Thank you. Xin cảm ơn.
Thank you very much, Vietnam. So, congratulations, ladies. You can relax a bit now as you've done the hard part. Now we're going to get the judges' results. And very soon we'll find out which one of you is our champion for Asia and Oceania in the head-to-head challenge. And don't forget that winner goes to the top 40 of MissWorld. Okay, ladies, we have a result. The winner of the head-to-head challenge for Asia and Oceania and fast track to the top 40 of MissWorld is Philippines. Now, Philippines, would you like to address the audience and the judges, please? You're in the top 40 of MissWorld.
That is absolutely insane and incredible. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart Thank you for allowing me to represent the Philippines, and thank you for giving me this responsibility and honor. I plan to use it to the fullest and to use my voice to inspire those who are watching. Maraming salamat.
Well, congratulations to the Philippines. And also put your hands together for the other finalists in Asia and Oceania